Welcome to the Channeling Spirit Virtual Summit, a platform where we have invited Spirit to share messages, healings, and transmissions with all of us. May this energetic experience help us to expand our awareness and to deepen the relationship we have with our higher self, our spiritual team, and with Source, however we define them. Thank you for being here and for taking part in this amazing journey. Hello and welcome to the Channeling Spirit Virtual Summit Season 7, Episode 3. We are today speaking with Karen Wecker. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Sure. Try the next name that people don't pronounce. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you take care of that one. And so my name is Daniel Martinez Stahl. I am the host and creator of this project, of this platform, and it's an honor to bring in new faces and new people to the platform. And I saw Karen speaking with John Burgos a couple of times, and I reached out and said, hey, I would love to bring you on board, and so here she is. And so welcome, Karen. I would love to have you introduce yourself, and then we can kind of go from there.
Okay, great, Daniel. And once we get started, you'll find you don't get to say much, as usually it goes. So again, if you're new to myself and He-rith, I am a channel for a consciousness, a being called He-rith. It's spelled G-I-R-E-Z. So the G is like an H, and the Z is like a TH, it's Castilian TH. I am a conscious channel. I'm not a trance channeler. I know I'm channeling, but I'm in a very right brain shamanic space. So I may not remember if I have a session with you. If you recall something, it may come back. But I am conscious that I'm channeling. And what has happened is He-rith speaks in a light language and sings in a light language. And what's happened over the time he's been coming through me is I've developed a way to interpret what he's saying. So I don't interpret the singing, that's just pure energy. Light language is an energetic form, and the beauty of it is it moves energy and it doesn't get wrapped up in the mental. Yet when I was first doing it, it was really hard for people just to have the sound coming at them, because then the mind starts worrying about what's going on. So I do an interpretation. It's only one level of what's happening. You'll feel the energies if you're energy sensitive at all. He often also does a shamanic journey, which puts you into, he brings people into that theta state very quickly. And for that reason, on these shows, I ask that don't listen to it while you're driving. Please use your discretion, especially if you're energetically sensitive, what you're doing, if you need your focus. The other thing, I interpret that through all kinds of clairs. It's all a mix mash. Somebody said, yeah. So anyway, but the words will come out. I'll use words like in the case of this, oh, I heard that from this teacher and it made an understanding to the energy that's coming through. Or this teacher did this practice and he'll have me bring it in, but he supercharges it. So that said, most his practices are shamanic. And the more I've been studying shamanic practices for, I don't know, 30 years maybe, the more I learn about him, it's like, oh, that's what he's doing. So I get more language to what's actually happening. The other thing is to know that he often makes people cry, and that's okay. It's a really strong sense of love coming through, and it is an unconditional love that most humans haven't experienced. And so if you start crying, it's moving energy. Go ahead and cry. Some people will recognize the language because it speaks to them, and it really doesn't matter. It's light language. There's many different types of light language. And then my preferences for you, because you'll be receiving these energies, is for you to call in your greater being. If you call it higher self, that's fine. I don't see it really separate. I see it bigger than us. And you let that filter any energies. So you're only going to receive what works for you. You're still in charge. And this is a good one to talk about the topic today, then about that too. You're in charge of what energies you receive in. You're also, please check in with your heart. If I say something, he'll correct me if I'm really off. For him, it's really he's giving the energy. And the words have some guidance for people. But check in your heart. Is it a truth for you? And that goes with anyone who's speaking to you. That's another way of reinforcing your, what I'm going to call internal integrity, which I stole from someone else, but that's what it's doing. So the topic today, yeah, he's going to come in. He usually, he sets the space. He's going to do a clearing and bring us into a ceremonial space. And then I'll talk a little bit about our topic, and then he'll take over talking about it. And then usually he does a journey. He'll do some activations. That's just, you'll feel it. Those of you, especially if you're energetically sensitive, will feel something's changing, or something's lighting up. Usually people light up when they interact with you. I love the private sessions for that reason, to see someone come in and by the end they're lit up, right? So he's bringing in more light into your cells. And yeah, so I'll let him begin. Ooh, first let's get into our bodies. You can tap on your thymus or hum. Bring yourself in. There you go. And feel that energy, that energy of you coming all the way down to your feet. Good. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, he's here. Papakuya sono kopaya. Iatonokwa. Yemokoya sono He-rith. Yasonokwa. And I come Momokia tonokwa to you in love. Yasonokwa. Iatonokoya. Yasonokwa. Imikia tono. You Amokupaya tono have all Amokia chosen an exciting time to be here. Apokoya. In a physical body. Amokia tonoko. Imikia tonokoya. There's much noise, amokia tono, amokia in your collective. So we're going to clear that out so you can feel more of your amokia. Amokia. I'm in this space. Imikia tono. Amokoya. I am aware, amokupaya, of the space I am in. Tono. We do an easy one. Tono. First, let's amokietono. Amokietono. There's great anxiety in the world. Amokietono. Please keep amokia, knowing what is yours and what is not. Iponokopaya. What is yours to amokietono. Influence. So first, let's put your hand on your heart. Iponokopaya. Take a breath in. Amokopaya through your nose. 4 or 5 counts. And on the exhale, let your body relax. Again. Start connecting to the land where you are right now. Feel that land. You may have to make your awareness larger. Whether it's your yard, or your city, wherever you live. Oh, some of you want your province. Okay. But connect to that land. Good. Now again with the breathing. Sense gravity. Sense that the earth is holding you. Here in a body. That she gave you. She'll take it back. Someday. That's okay. You'll still exist. There you go. So the topic, this one Karen picked, is on strengthening our power of choice. That is what conscious a level of consciousness growth is about. breaking free amokopaya sono from amokia tono reaction, ia tono koa, imikia tono, that was taught to you, amokia or amokia, because this is right, amokia, and that is wrong, amokia tono koa, ia sono, I must be this, amokia, everyone else should too, amokia, amokoa or amokia. Any pain, trauma, ia pono koa, can bring us a reaction if it is not healed. Amokia tono. By healing, I mean the release, amokia tono, of the emotions, amokopaya, and beliefs, amokia, maybe that got stuck onto that trauma, amokia. And when we amokia unwind that, let it heal, iapanokoya, then we amokia tono have the information, yes, amokoa, imikia tono, amokopaya. We know amokia, the brain remembers in these situations, yes or no, these are possible outcomes, ipikia tono, but it doesn't get stuck, amokia tono. Amoko sono kia tono koa. Imikia tono. Oh, I see that person just lied. Ah, bokoya, how could you lie? Ia nono kopaya. Ia sono koa. If you have a wound from when you amokia, someone lied and it caused you pain, you will react to any little story. Amokia. But once you see it just as it is in this moment, amokia tono. They must not feel safe, amokopaya, with the truth. Imikia tono. Amokopaya, good. Yes, amokopaya. Iatonokopaya. So there is that iatono coming into choice as a matter of consciousness, iasonokoa, a matter of being in response instead of reaction, iatonokoa. It is also about amokiatono. Breaking amokosonokoa taiasono. It's like you're mesmerized by your life, amokiatono. It becomes so robotic what you do, iaponokoa, that you become amokia. You think you are your thought stream, amokoya, and you do this stuff during the day, amokia, and a year passes by or 2 years, amokia, it's what you do, amokia to amokia sono. In that case, you are unconsciously choosing, iaponokoa. Imikia. Ai, emoko bayatonokoa. Iasonokoa. Anything you wish to strengthen, amokopaya. Iatono, any aspect of yourself that you choose to strengthen, imikia, not because you have to be good. Iasonokopaya tono. Iatono, you are so very hard on yourselves. Iasonoko. I know it is not being easy, amoko, to be a human. Iasonoko, it has many characteristics, amokiatono, that are you may not find them admirable all the time, but there are other ones that are admirable. Iatonokopaya, iatonokopaya, iasonokoya, imikia toya, omakoya toya soya, imikia toya, asanokoya da pokopaya. So what if everything amokia tono during your day, amokia, you started amokia realizing, iesono, this is a choice, amokia tono. I am choosing to shower or bathe, apokoya tono. I am choosing to comb my hair, amokia tono. Instead of it being routine, just for a few days, iesono. Try that practice, iesono. I'm choosing to get out of bed, imikia tono. I'm choosing to go to bed now. Amokiatono. I'm choosing to eat. Iatonoko. Amokupaya. And look for that. I have to. Amokiatono. Iasonoko. There is language. Amokopaya sono. If amokiatono, I want the room clean. Amokia, it needs to be cleaned. Amokoa. That's a have to. Amokia. The action and the consequences after. Amokia. But once we come back to many of our have tos, Iasonokopaya. Amokia tono. I have to eat lunch now. Imukupaya. Iasonoko. You have a choice. Iasonoko. Say, I am choosing to eat lunch now. Amokia. Are you hungry? Ah, amokia. Or is it robotic? Iasonoko payatono. I've been trained to eat lunch at this time. Imikia tono. Amokuya. Yes, there's consequences. Iasonoko. The reaction from the action. Iasono. If I don't eat, I'll be hungry. Amokua. More amokia. I choose to eat now. Emokia tono. There you go. Iatonokua. Amokia. I have to go to work. Amokoya. I choose to go to work. Try it. Any komokoya. Any have to you have. Try changing the words. Amokia. I have to go to work. I choose to go to work. Do you see amokia tonokua, how your body expands when it realizes it's that choice? Imikia tono, amokoya. Do you feel the power of I'm in choice? Imakopaya. Now, some amokoya ponokua. Humans have come from a family that was amokia tono, very restrictive, amokia tono. You lost your choice, amokia, in order to keep amokopaya tono, your physical, emotional being safe. That can be the same with a religion, amokia, any organization, or a government, amokia. In that case, you've been trained, amokia tono, amokopaya sono. Like learned helplessness. Iesonopo is a common amokia phrase at its extreme. Amokia tono, where you've come not to trust iesonopopaya, your own intelligence, iesonoko, to make a choice for you. Amokopaya sono. Call amokia tono. That intelligence, amokia, is not just the brain. Ietonoko. It is the instinctual intelligence of your body. Amokua. It has wisdom. Iatonoko baya. Feel that very deep. Amokia tono. Iasonokoa. Imikia tono. It is the wisdom of your heart. Amokia tono. Iatonoko baya. It can be the wisdom of your soul. Iaponokoa. All those things can, amokia, contribute iasonoko baya, to those bigger choices you make. Amokia. Bigger than getting out of bed or eating lunch. But when you're faced with a decision of which path to go, the other situation that you've been trained in is that of superiority. The teacher is superior to me, and they tell me what to do. Any authority figure, political, or maybe amokia tono, the health practitioner you go to. Amokopaya. It's okay to disagree, amoko, if your body, your heart, and mind say, wait a second. So let's do amokia. I want you to imagine amokia tono kupaya tono. A column of light that goes through the top of your head all the way down your central channel. Amokia tonokoa, your heart space, yasonokoa, your lower dantian, let it go down into the earth. Imakia tonokopaya. Imikia ya ya ya. And this core, amokia tonokoa ya ya ya. Amokoa sonokia tonokoa. Ya tonokoa. We're going to start sending light up and down it. Amokia, if it's gotten bent out of shape, amokia, let's bring it back now. Amokoya. There you go. Ayetoya soriro koyeta ya 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 ya. Amakoyeta yosonukieta ya ya. Aya sonukieta ya 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 ya. We connect you, amokia sonukoyeta rakusunukoa, to the amokia wisdom of your body. Apakoyeta riroskoya ya ya. You can feel that little beam of light, amokia. Maybe it's condensing, or amokia, so it gets more power in it. More strength. If you see any amokia water spouts, bring them back out. No leaks. Let it go down through your legs to your feet. And we connect you to the wisdom of your gut. Good. Amokia. And we connect you, amokopayatono, your thinking brain, amokopayasono, to the wisdom of your heart, amokiatonokoa. Amokiatono. Some blocks there. Amokoya. It's safe. Amokopayatono. Oh, pokosono, sweet ones. Amokia. Brain. Amokia. You're doing a great job. But it's okay to have help. Maybe feel your mental field start to rest into the heart field. There you go. Good. Amokia. And we connect your thinking brain to your greater mind, that consciousness. Okay, I'm going to ask you, see that column of light start to slowly rotate. Let's do it counterclockwise. And as that does, any fragments of light that have broken away due to the situations of a lifetime, we call them back now. Good. This is a strengthening of your internal integrity, so that you come back into trust. You all have your own wisdom. So one of the choices that is important now in this world is choosing what state you're going to hold. A state of peace, a state of love, a state of joy. You choose an intention that feels right to you. And then you choose what stimulates that growth of that state of being. You look in your life. When I listen to this kind of music, it brings me peace. When I walk in nature, I feel a connection. When I feel I need to prove myself to someone else, and choose to do so, I feel more separation. So it is a matter of looking at the choices you're making. You're already making choices constantly, either consciously or unconsciously. So you realize, I am making choices. And you strengthen that by coming into more awareness of the choices you're making. And then you expand it into your who you are becoming by the choices. It is not bypass. It does not mean if I'm in pain or I'm sad, I don't look at that. I leave my body and go elsewhere where that doesn't exist. Maybe the choice is intention is to be present with whatever is here. To say yes to your life. That's how you heal. Your wholeness includes everything. But you get to choose. There are other things that are the same with choice. Maybe it's imagination. I can't imagine. You have been just trying to get through the day. Then you stop and say, I choose to practice my imagination. And then you find when I'm going to the store, I've already imagined some of the things I'm going to buy. Before I've made my meal, I've already imagined it. And I have wishes for something. That means you have imagined something maybe different than your current situation. So anything, Amokia, these aspects that you want to develop, you practice. Yesono kopaya tono. Imikia tono. Discipline. Amakopaya. I don't have much discipline. Yesono. Then you practice. 1 minute. Be disciplined for 1 minute a day at that thing. Imikia tono. You can build anything. Amokua. And you can build the state, Amokia, of your presence here. Yaponoko. Amokia tono. I choose to be present. Amokia tono with my life. If you are not making choices in your life for your well-being, and you can set the intention, I'm doing this for myself. I set the intention there will be benevolent outcomes from it. Use your power. Sometimes we need a mokia tono guidance, or someone to interact with us to show us what we're looking for. So we go into a space now, we'll go on a little journey into your heart. And we are gathering around a beautiful altar. There are candles there and herbs. And as we stand next to each other, we share this space. And I call in the energy of peace, of harmony, so that you can participate in it, and learn what it feels like. You have many spirit helpers, and angels coming to help with this, okay? So I'm sure you're fine with that. They'll stand in an outer circle to hold this container. And if that makes you cry, that's okay. It is a remembrance of what is possible. Okay. Let's call in another energy for you to experience here in the circle. And if you know this energy, you share it with everyone else. We, in this circle, this sacred circle, create a synergy of energy. So if someone has been has forgotten that energy, that it starts to absorb into their body. I call in the what you call unconditional love. The total presence with you. That sees you in your wholeness. and finds everything about you Omokia. Okay. Yes, Omokua. You have done nothing wrong, Omokia Sono. Oh, sweet ones, you are not broken. Yet Omokua. You are not damaged. Yes, Omokua. You are having a human life. Yet Omokua. And there is a presence that is always Omokia Sono. Present with you, understanding Omokia Tono. Every choice you've made. Yet Omokua. Or every time you haven't chosen. Yes, Omokua. It understands. Yet Omokua. Yes, it loves your every joy, Amokia. It loves your every pain. Amokia. Amokia Tomoko. Yes, Imikia. If you can't feel it, yes, Amokia Tomo. Imagine you can. What would that be like? Yes, Amokia. I simply stepped into this place, Amokia, this circle, Amokia Tomo. And I feel Amokia, this complete acceptance of who I am. Amokia Toe. Yes, Amokia Tomo. Removing any programming, Amokia beliefs of unworthiness to feel this. Yes, Amokia. You came from this light. It is what you are. Iatonokwa. Any unworthiness, Iatonokwa, was a learned pattern, Amokia. We remove that, Iasono, Iasono, so that you can, Amokia, open and participate fully in this energy. Iatonokoya. Iasonokoa. There you go. Iatonokoa Paya. Iataya Samyana Kiatanyana Kiatanyana Koya. Yes, Amokupaya Sonokopaya. Sweet ones, Yasonokopaya. Yatono. Now, you, Amokiatono. Choose an energy you want to feel. Yasonokoa. In your life. Yatono. And you call it in. Yasonokoa. You don't need an intermediate. Yasonokoa. Yatonokoya. Amokoya. You are deserving and worthy of Bokosonokoa. Of your own connection to divine divinity, to divine love. Let your body, cells in your mind remember. Let it fill up in a mukupaya. Anywhere it was missing, yesono. Yesono. There you go. Where you perceived it was missing. Yesono. More accurate. Okay, sweet ones. Yesono. Yesono. Oh, okay. If you want to look around, Yetomo, and find something, a leaf or flower or stone to put on the altar, Yesono, you can. You could contribute. Amokia. Yes, Amokia. And if you look up and see the others in the circle, you may see that Amokia Tono. Amokia. They are beings of light, Yesono. Just wearing a costume of being a human. See them as their beings of light. Yesono. Yetono. Amokia Tono. Yesono. Choosing the conditions, Amokia, of a certain lifetime to have certain experiences. Okay, once you put your gifts down, we thank your your spirit helpers, and the angels that came you for. And now let's walk back from the circle. Walk back the way you came, back to your room. Where you sit or are lying, or standing. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Find your physical body here. You can tap. Pat, rub. Oh, that feels nice. I choose to be kind to my body and comfort it. You can take this any direction you want. Yes. Okay. I wonder how you're feeling now. Maybe you tell me during the Q&A what you experienced. Daniel, you have questions? Are we open for others to ask?
Given that you're new to some of the people that are listening to you, what would you like to tell them about your process, how you are helping us, and what the world is going through right now?
My amokia tono intention, is for those who come to me, amokia tono, that they claim their power of amokia, of who they are, imikia, not the programs, that they come back into a presence, imokopaya, in every moment, and they reconnect amokopaya to everything in this world, so that amokia tono, imikia tono, a spider can tell them wisdom, amokia, or give them direction, amokia tono, or a tree, amokia, teaches them presence, imikia tono, in the current amokia, amokopaya. Once we know we are part of everything, we stop doing damage, and we feel safe. So we free ourselves, the human, from the limbic brain. It was only meant to be there. When you're in physical danger. It wasn't meant to drive your life in every but you've been trained that way. So just as maybe you have been domesticated, animal. I wish you to break free into your wild self. Back in touch with the earth and everything in it. To know your infinite nature, so you stop being so afraid of death, where and you stop being afraid of life, where you come to a peace with everything you're experiencing, because life is just living through you, and you are part of it. There are many new energies coming in. You should take advantage of these. Those on a spiritual path have made their healing very arduous, very hard. It can be easier, but you have to choose it to be and it means choosing to let go of the past and who you thought you were. Identity is so it becomes more fluid, more kupaya, and you become more open to all the support you have all around you all the time. It requires disengaging from a paradigm of power over and superiority into one of connection and participation with one another. In whatever act that is. This ability to break free from all the perceptions, the many lenses you've been given to keep you safe, instead of seeing Ah, omokoyetono. It is beautiful here on this earth. Yeponokua. Oh, it was my perceptions, Yeponokua, that are creating my reality. Yesunokua. Imikia. What would happen? Namokopayasono. Imikia tono. If 1,000,000 people, amokupaya, humans, Yesunokua, started living from their heart, Yeponokia, amokoya, instead of their fearful brain. Yetono. The brain is not bad. It's when we get stuck. Amokietono. Yepono. What if 1,000,000 people, amokua, started choosing from their heart? Imikia. Started choosing peace and love. Amokupaya. Feel that. Yeponokuya. What if 100,000,000 amokia people on this earth, Yesu, started choosing amokia tono from their heart, amokia, from who they truly are, not in fear, amokia, imikia. The greed or power over is fear, yesonokwa. But 100,000,000 people choosing from their heart, yesonokwa, what feels in alignment with them, imikia tonokwa, yesonokupaya, amokuya. How about 1,000,000,000? 1,000,000,000 humans, yesonokwa, around the earth, amokia tono, choosing yeponokwa from their heart, yesonokwa, what their actions are, amokia, and what they are, amokia, the environment they are choosing, the state to live in, imikia, their quantum field, what it grows, yesonokwa, 1,000,000,000 people, amokopaya, yetonokwa. And do you see, amokia tono? You can feel it, yesonokwa. It changes the course, amokopaya, of humanity, yesonokwa. Imikia tonoko. Imikia tonoko payasun. You have chosen to come to live a very amokia, particular amokia time. And yes, you have these awarenesses that you are infinite and have guides and heavenly helpers, yesonoko, and something else is going on. Yeponoko. Yes, the earth will change. Yesonoko payatono. She's going through a transformation. Yetonoko. But she will not die. Amoku payasonoko. Yetono, just as you will not die, Yapokoya, you will leave your body behind, Amokia Tono, to become something else, Amokia Tono. Yesonokwa. So in that sense, Yesonokwa, nothing dies, Yesonokwa, it is transformed. Imikia Tono. The earth is very old, Yeponokopaya Tono, older than your books about her, Yesonokopaya. Yetono, she's gone through many transformations, Yesonokwa. So, amokia tono. Your choice is, how will I be? Amokia. What will I do to support myself and others? Amokia. Mostly, how will I support myself? What state of being, amokia tono, am I bringing to the world? Regardless, amokia tono, if it is the story of great awakening, amokia tono, or the complete devastation, amokia, of how you know this earth. Amokupaya. What will you choose? Amokia. Will you choose to see the beauty? Amokia. Amokupaya. Will you choose kindness? Yesum. Amokia, which may mean boundaries. Yaponokupaya tono. Maybe being first. Amokia tono. No, amokia. Yatonoko. Amokoya. Will you choose peace? Amokia. And joy, amokia, and connection? Yesonoko. Will you allow your heart to break open when you see the suffering of others? Will you allow your heart to break open in your own suffering? To find that compassion is filled with love. Are you willing to experience life? Imikia. Okay, amokia. I also bring in amokia sonoko some codes to help you with the transfer. Amokia tonoko sonoko with this transformation. You could see them as activations to your DNA. Amokia tonoko remembrance. And that helps you absorb more light. At a certain level of consciousness, you may experience this whole world as a hologram. As a dream. And that will allow you to redream your life and collectively redream this earth. Your experience of it. Yeah. Yes or no? Long answer. Yes or no? That happens.
That was a beautiful answer. Thank you very much for that. How would you like to proceed, He-rith? Would you like to answer questions directly, or would you like me to relay questions to you?
Either way. If somebody's comfortable, speaking, it's nice. If not, they can put it in the chat. That's nice.
Perfect. Perfect. So if anybody has any questions for He-rith, please feel free to raise your hand or put it in the chat, and I will do my best to manage that. Sheila, you had your hand raised. Would you like to unmute yourself?
Are you referring to me?
I am. Your hand is raised. Maybe you did one of these things and the computer raised it for you.
The computer raised it for me. Oh, the computer raised it for me. But while we're here, let's see if I have a question. Oh, how can I sink even more deeply into my connection with earth and sky? And walk really lightly in my daily drama.
The daily drama. He likes that one, Sheila. It is perception, yes? Some people will avoid what they're feeling because they can defer to the horrific things other people are going through. There needs to be a balance. So it's like but it does, on the other hand, give perspective. How we can create drama in our lives. When most of us here have an electronic device, have a home, have how many appliances to make your life comfortable. So there is a remembrance. This drama, how big is it really? Some dramas are big. You lose your home or loved ones. Others are very small. For you, who communicates so clearly with trees, if you were a tree, a big tree, one of your favorites, seeing the drama of your life, see how important it thinks it is. See it from that perspective. Or you can say, Amokia. See, Amokia, what's happening during the day with your interactions. You can put it in a Amokia, a beautiful jar. That's a glass. You can see it. Amokia. How much energy are you going to give it? Are you going to fill up the jar? Or are you just like, oh, I see you. Amokia. I see this. And you bring it back to, do I have a reaction? Then there's something to heal. Thank you for this drama. You've pointed to me to where I need to heal. Or Amokia, you have pointed to me, where I have become a different person now. Amokia, and I choose not to engage Amokia in this environment. Amokia sono. Sometimes that's hard. Sometimes that means leaving Amokia sono, a relationship or a job. Sometimes it just means leaving Amokia, even where you live. Amokia no longer resonates. Imikia tono ko paya. Yesono ko. In your walking lightly. Yesono ko paya tono ko. Yes, walk lightly on the earth, but sink down in. Yemoko paya. So maybe make your walking a little slower and heavier, so that you feel your hamokia body on the earth. Yetonokopaya. Yesonokopaya tono aya iya. Amokopaya sonoko. Iya. Amokopa sonokia tonoko. For you, Amokia sonoko, so often life, Amokia, sends you omens, signs, of your connection. Keep noticing the and straightening. Oh, this happened. And right there is a dragonfly. Notice the signs of your connection. Oh, okay, I divert. I like that image Amokia of the jar, so you can take it Amokia and say, oh, there's a lot of drama here. Amokia, is it clear through it? Amokia tono, Amokia. There's also Amokia tono. I've used this with someone making Amokupaya tono, a big life change decision. Imikia, if I stay in the present, Amokia, two Amokia tono. Two vases, that you can see, or glasses, Amokia, if I stay in this present situation without change, what is Amokia, my potential? And see where the glass fills up to. If I leave Amokia and go to a new situation, Amokia, where's the potential? What is my potential? And if you choose one way or the other, Amokia. So it is. It is an experience, Amokia tono, and you'll learn something. Amokia tono. Yesonokopaya, Sheila, Apokopaya. Did I answer you? Amokia tono kopaya tono. Yenekia tono. Yesonokopaya tono ko. Yetonoko, sweet one. Yesonokopaya. Imikia tono. You have done so much to connect to this earth, Yetono, and you love her so. Imikia tono. Imikia tono ko. Imikia tono. Forgive yourself for being human, Amokopaya. And see if you, Amokia, can let other people, Amokia, off the hook for being human. Amokopaya. Yesono. It's a big ask. Yesono. Imikia tono. Imikia. Yeah. There we go. They are just souls like any other Amokia tree or animal coming in to experience something Amokupaya. With all their different lenses, and everything that made them Amokia. And what they desire is what Amokia, all of you desire. Amokia, I remember something else than this. I remember being in connection. I remember love. Okay, Thank you, Sheila.
That was really beautiful. And there's a lot of messages within that for all of us. So thank you, Sheila, for bringing that up. Marie.
Thank you. Karen, here a couple days ago, you helped me decorate my healing cave. Turned out I made great use of it yesterday with my chiropractor appointment. I had some pretty intense hands-on healing, and I had to go into that cave a lot to stay safe. And what came out of that appointment was that I have a void around my right hip that needs to be filled with love, and it's there from a distrust of the masculine, a distrust of masculine energies.
Don't make it bigger than it is. It's to fill it in, yes. This is another reason I am here. Back to Daniel's question. We talk of the divine feminine coming into the world. But that requires, if you're going to do that polarity, the divine masculine also. So for Amokia, millennium, Amokia, we have played in this shadow of the masculine, the power over, instead of the Amokia, empowering. So Amokia, if you realize that Amokia tono, you did not have Amokia tono, the male energy, Amokia, one that honored you or protected you, Amokia, for you, this is going back many lifetimes, Imikia, instead they were perpetrators, they were taught that, and if they had been honored and loved, Amokia tono, it is not like the feminine on the Amokia, those in female bodies, Amokia tono, are the only ones that have not been Amokupaya, embraced by divine masculine, Amokoya. The men on this earth have not either, So this is the energy I bring you now, for you know I love you, and I come, as a male energy, that holds you, and protects you, that sees your brilliance, and honors you, in your feminine form, this is for many on the call, Too many of you have been violated, So let's let that go now. And I call in those other male energies that you know of, that would do no such harm to any other being. Sure, archangels are coming in. Michael, Raphael, oh, many healers that were male, but did not make it an ego game, whether they are on this earth or others, and we can call in Jesus, that Christ consciousness, let this energy, if not on this planet now, it has been in a few people, oh, somebody called in Dalai Lama, that's fun. I like him. Yeah, any male loving energy that you know, would just love or would protect you, yes, even the Buddha, yeah, good, let's build that circle of that love. For anywhere you have been violated by Amokia, a man in your life, or abused, Yasunokua, or simply by the system, Yasunokua, that did not see you as equal and as valuable, Iatonokua. Let's claim back your power now. Iaponokua. We remove Amokia Tonokua, any Amokia Tonokua beliefs of Amokia, lesser than because of Mokoya. You are in a creative female body. Yeah. Oh boy. Tono. And no, Amokia Tono. None of you, Amokia, were to blame. Amokia Sonoko. It is Amokia, a factor of the collective at this time. Ia Sonoko, release the self-blame. Amokia Tonoko Paya. And release anywhere you're giving your power, to anyone, simply because of the form they are in. Yes, Amokia. Now we are Amokia intentionally creating a void. Amokia, where that energy had taken hold of Amokia beliefs of this is what a mel is. And we're going to replace it with this other Amokia ton, loving Amokia mel energy. Amokopaya. Yesunokoya. Ietaniana kopaya ton. Yes, Ona kietani no koe soe. Amo koetai. Imi kietono. And my heart breaks. Amo kietono. For how many women amo kietono beings yesono. Amo koapaya. Instead of being supportive in their strength, yeetono koa, for generations have been abused or kept small. Imi kietono koa. Relegated Amokia as second Yesum. Sweet ones, there is a different way. And there are still some small cultures on your earth, Amokia, who understand that balance, Amokia, and respect. Imikia, again, this is coming into connection with everything. There is no superior or inferior. There are parts of the whole. You can come with me, Amokosuno, now if you want to join. To where I live, yes, and see Amokopaya, the harmony, the respect, where everyone is honored Amokia as their individual Yasunokopaya. Yatonokoya. Amokia Tono. No one better or worse, each unique Amokia, all contributing to the whole Yapunoko. Yasunoko. Feel the love of a father, Amokia, for their child, not to make it anything but fiercely protective, Yatonoko. And a mother, Apokoa, fiercely protective, Yatonoko, of their precious little one, Yatonoko. Yasono, but not out of fear, Yasono, out of love. Feel the love, Amokopaya. Feel the way of being in harmony. Yasonoko, feel the joy, Yasonokopaya. Yatono, of seeing everyone, Amokia, Yatono, as special, Yatonokopaya. Omokoa, Ike, Amokasunukia. Come back to this world, Yasonoko. Imikia Tonoko. Marie, did we lose you? Amokopaya. Oh, look, Amokia, she's still awake. Yasonoko, very good. She flies very high. Amokopaya Sonokia Tanokia Tanayane. Yetanakia. Amokoa. You can release all that now. Yesonoko. Amokopaya. Yesonoko. You work so hard. Amokia at your healing. Yesonoko. Yimikia. Enjoy Amokoa being healed. Yesonoko. Also. Yesonoko. As layers of heaviness come off or pain, Yesonoko. Amokia. Don't quick look for the other one. Amokia. It will come. It's for everyone. Amokopaya. But sit in that state of, oh, Amokia. I also experienced this peace. Amokia. After Amokia, releasing that layer of pain. Yetonokopaya. Mikietono, how's the hip feel? Yopokopaya. Yetanianakayataya. Yesonokiataya.
It's warmer.
Omokietonoko. Yesonoko. Yesonoko. Just taking a golden light right now, Omokia, and filling in that Amokia area. Omokopaya. Yesonoko. Yetonoko. Yetonokopaya. Sonokoa. Amokia. Back of the head. Yesonokoya. Yesonoko. Connecting down the spine to the head. Yesonoko. There we go. Omopaya. Yetonoko. Yesonoko. Thank you. Ayetonoko pasomo.
Thank you.
Yepokoya. Apokosono. I don't really Amokia give very short Amokia answers. Yes.
That's perfectly okay. Like I said earlier, the answers aren't for the person that's asking only. Of course, there's a lot of parallels that we can all pull from that. So thank you for that. There's a question from Marie in the chat that says, how can I love myself wholly and completely?
Imikiatonokopaya. Yesonoko. Pokosono. This kind of comes down Amokiatono to a misconception. Yeponokopaya, that you are separate from Amokia, your soul. Yetono and your being. Yetonokoa. Yeponokia. Amokoya. That is what loves you. Amokia. Holy Amokia soul. That is which teaches you. Amokia tono. This thinking brain, Amokia, it's not its job. Yetonoko. So Amokupaya. Practice expansion. Yetonoko. I'm aware of my body. Amokia tono. I am aware of the room. Yeponoko. I am aware there's a presence with me. Amokia tono. Yetonoko. That has always been here. That has always accepted and loved me. Amokia. Amokiatono. The choice will be Amokopayatono. To stop Amokia, to break free Apokosonokoa, regardless of what has happened in your past, to break free from the identity Amokiasonokoa. Yatono. That I am helpless and I am a victim. Yasonokoa. Amokiatonokia. And it is hard, Amokia. It may be the identity that kept you safe, Amokupaya, that removed you from unsafe situations, Imikia, but now move from a different space. Imikia Tomoko. And if you see yourself slipping back, Amokupaya, Yetono, choose Amokia. Really? Is this who I want to be in the world? Amokia Tono. Amokiatono. Or can I be in presence? Yes, regardless what I am experiencing, can I come more and more into witness space? Yes, more and more into witness space. Choose that. Oh, look, yes, part of me is feeling sorry for myself. What can I do to support you? Don't become that part. It's just a programming that was given to you to keep you safe. But now it's just making you miserable. Or causing anxiety. So you witness. I am afraid. And then let another part of you speak. Am I safe in this moment? Witness. Amokia. Oh, I am. Amokupaya. Yeponoko. Yesonokupaya. Amokupaya. Have compassion, Amokia, for you, Epoko. Yes, like Amokia, the example I've given many times, yes, Amoko. A tree will grow a certain way based Amokia on its genetics, Amokia, the land it grows on, Amokia tono, what storms it has weathered, Amokia tono, what good times Yasonokoa, what nutrients are around it, Yatono, what other trees are growing next to it, Yasonokoa, whatever animals have come along, Amokia tono, and treated it a certain way or not. Amokia tono, millions of factors come into you in any moment. And anything in your past, good or bad, is part of this moment. It made it. Amokuya, amokia. But if you keep sending your energy back, you get stuck. You pull it out. But this happened to me. What's happening now? Now is your power. And maybe the now is amokia. My heart hurts and I need to cry. Then be present with it. Amokupaya. Imikia tono. Don't push it down. Amokia. And don't feed it stories. Amokia tono. Poor me. Amokia. My heart is sad. No. Amokia tono. That is avoidance. Isonokwa. Imikia tono. Be with it. Isonokwa. In that witness space. So amokia. Pick what amokia tono. Anything that occurs many times a day for you. Imikia tono. To come back into awareness of I am here now. Amokupaya. What is present now? Imikia. Maybe it's every time you get out of a chair. Amokutaya. What's here now? I am safe. Amokupaya. Imikia tanoko. Yesonoko. There are so many amokua factors and amokia practices now and modalities. Yetomoko, to relieve the amokia nervous system of any trauma caught. You've been carefully taught to hold on to your trauma and hold on to your emotions, and then they burden you. So look for any of those practices, amokia modalities. If you can find a practitioner. Otherwise, amokia tono, you will find it. Amokia now. It is out there in the world. In the language of your science. I think what it would be like, amokia tono, if you were taught, just go ahead and cry, amokia tono, but don't tell stories about it. Just let it go. Amokia tono. Go ahead and be angry, amokia, but choose not to hurt anyone with it. Choose it as an energy, amokia tono, to complete your project. Amokia. And the truth is, amokia, sweet one, if you are identifying yourself as your pinky, amokupaya, instead of your whole being, amokosonoko, self-love for the pinky, amokia tono makasan. It is the wholeness of you that loves you. That is your route to self-love. And then you realize, you have always loved you. So participate in it. Choose. Choose. Do something hard. For you. One little thing. And then, I did it. It's what we're talking about. Amokia. So you grow amokia, anything, your choice, your imagination, your discipline. You can grow amokupaya samokia. Yetonokopaya. Your self-love. Yetono. A gesture a day of kindness to yourself. Yeponokoya. Yetonokoa. Amokia. Maybe another one. Yesonoko. Yetonokoa. Not pity. That is not kindness. Yeponokoa. Not self-pity, but amokia tono. I'm going to eat something that feels good, or amokia tono, do something that feels good to my body. Yesonokopaya tono. Imikia tono. I'm going to listen to music amokia tono that makes my heart happier and my brain happier. Amokopaya. Yeson. And see it as a gesture of self-love. Ipukupaya. Yetonokia tono. He's reminding me of a Buddhist teacher who said, when you move your pillow to be a little more comfortable, that is self-love. In other words, you're doing it all the time. It is recognizing that. That helped, Marie?
I hope that was really helpful, Maria.
Yeah.
I'm aware of the time, and there's a question in the chat, and Marie also has her hand up. Yes, thank you so much, Maria says. If you're okay running a little bit late, I'm okay running a little bit late. That's up to you. I want to respect your time.
He needs me, yes.
Yes, I'm speaking to Karen right now. So I'll let you kind of dictate and determine how we go. So the next question is from Linda, which is, how might I be of the best and highest service to Mother Earth, the land I live on, and all of her inhabitants? And again, this is a question that's really, it's a general question that a lot of people ask. And before you answer, just if we have time, I would love to add a question as well to kind of finish off the conversation if we have time.
He also wants a few minutes at the end to do an activation blessing. It's fun. First, again, you must not see yourself as separate from the earth. For this first step, is to work with your own self, by recognizing your body is made of the elements of earth. You are just part of a greater organism. You're part of the earth. So start here with what you can most easily influence, your life. He's reminding me of something I heard Sandra Ingerman say. You change the world by who you become, not what you do. So again, it's choosing what state you want to be. Take care of your body, your emotional body, your mental body. For you are part of that organism, and it is all connected. Start being with the land you live on. Let it support you. Talk with it. Talk to the other beings that live there. And come into a heart-filled. If you need to take action, you take action. Connect with your land every day. Drop your roots in. Let the trees there show you. Can even be a little plant. It will show you how deep it puts its roots. A piece of grass. Connect with that land. Connect with the beings on that land. Asking for helpful beings to be there. Benevolent beings. And Linda go on a journey into your heart, on that land, and connect to the ancestors of that land. Those who were in connection with nature. They may be ancient, but let them help you become their teachers. Let them be your teachers. Not superior, again, just someone else who has knowledge. And know that as you create more of amokia tono, like a healthy cell versus one that has been damaged, yesonoko, amokia, it influences the whole. So again, amokia sono, you create your state and come more into awareness, imikia tono, and start connecting to your world around you in your spot, iatonoko, so that you are bringing more light there, amokopaya, more consciousness, yesonoko. And amokietono. You can amokopayasono. Ask the earth, amokietono. Is there something specific you'd like me to do? Amokopaya for you. Ietonokoya. Yes, amoko. Ietonoko. But iesonoko. First, remove your sense of separateness. Ietonoko. Ietonokopaya. Yeah, amokosonokia. Let's get rid of that amokia for you and others. Yesonoko. Amokia tono. Because I am human, I am undeserving of support from this earth. Imikia, because humans as a whole are doing damage. Yesonoko. You are a pokoya, a gift of the earth. And you are a gift to the earth. Amokopaya. She has given you a body, a mokupaya sunu, iatono, with all the elements of the lifetime, iaponokua, to learn great things, iasunokua. And you have brought your light here, amokisum. So the best thing you can do is to bring that into the earth and let her support you. A reciprocal relationship. Iaponokiatono. Iatono. There, amokiatono, that feels better. Linda, did that help you?
Thank you for that.
The other thing is let's go ahead and dream amokia. Spend a little time dreaming what amokia tonokua, what you want for the earth. Amokoya. You can go on amokia sono, just in your imagination. Amokia. What would the world look like, amokosono, if all the water were clean? Imikia tono. Yasonokoa. What if all the forests were renewed? Yatonokoa. Yaponokoa. What would that look like? Imikia. And you build that energy. You build a new dream. Amokopaya tono. Okay, next.
Anne Marie, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi,
Hi, Karen and He-rith and Daniel. Wonderful to be here. I have probably 4 to 5 surgeries upcoming in order for me to be able to walk on this beautiful earth without a cane. And it's gotten extremely difficult standing and walking. The first surgery is spine surgery is December. And then after that, several joint replacements. I'm not sure what I'm asking for. I have been in a bit of a tizzy. I have I have spent many years trying to not do surgery, and I do believe universe is saying this is the way to go. My big issue or thing that's making me not at ease is wanting my home and things to be in order before I go. My home is this great disarray, disorder, but it's not just getting rid of things, it's letting go of decades of grief and suffering in this house. And I don't know, I'm having a hard time.
Again, the action is to release the energy and not spin it. Oh, this thing makes me sad, because this thing happened. start Amokia the practice of recapitulation. Iasono-kopaya. Iatono-kopaya. I bring back myself to here and now. I release all the energy that is in this thing. Amokiaton. I release all the energy that is in this home. Amokiaton. We'll do a clearing now. Amokiatonokwa. But if you like to suffer, you're going to bring it back. Amokiasono. So amokopaya tonokopaya. Itonokopaya sonokia.
No more suffering.
Amokosonokia. Amokasono. Amokia. So Amokia, each day I want you, Amokia, you need to do this on your own. Amokia, not me. Amokupaya. So, but I want you to imagine a breeze blowing through your house. Amokia tono. Blowing out old energy. Amokia. It's not happening now. Amokia sono. Sweet one, the most powerful thing for you, Amokia tono, is if you allow yourself iaponokoa, iatonokoa, regardless of iasonokopaya tonokoa, the discomfort, iapono, to come into the moment, iasonokoa, and see things as they are. Amokia tono. Right here and now. Amokia sonokoa. Some of you have played with this before. Oh yeah, I have played with you. Iatono. Here and now. Amokoya. Amaya. My body. Amokosono. This is your life. You own it. Isonokoa. It is unique to you. Your perceptions. Iatono. Your experience. My body. Amokupaya. My mind. Iatoya tanayana. Soya. My spirit. Iaponokoa. This place. Amokiatono. Here in this moment now. Kipokoya. Amokupa. Keep going. This moment is on this very moment. No stories. The stories are telling, but they're not in this moment. They're telling Amokia. See it as a thought. Amokia. All the stories. You're bigger than that. Amokia. It is being a story told. It is not happening now. Ipokoya now. Apokoya. This moment now. The house is just a house in this moment. Stop torturing yourself by replaying the memories. The things are just things. You have embedded them with meaning. If you come into this moment, Amokoya. You free Amokoya, everything to be just what it is, Amokopaya. Even the storytelling, Imokoya. You get to see the storyteller, Amokopaya. Yetono. Yeah. Amokoya. And you find Amokosono when you enter the moment, Yesonokoa. Oh, Eponokoya. There's nothing to forgive. There's nothing to blame. There's this moment. Yemokopaya. Now. And what's in this moment? You get Amokosonokoa to choose what you put your perspective on. Yemikietam. Ah, a messy house. Oh well. Yemikia. Or Amokia. Maybe I choose to make an action or not. Yetonokopaya. Yesonokoya. Yemikia. Important for everyone. Yaponoko. Yesonoko.
Can I make a request? Would He-rith say a prayer for my fear of the uncertainty of my body and going through a lot of this by myself?
Yemikieton. First, you are never alone. Yemokia. Yepokosonokia. Amokopaya. Amokia. Again, Maria. Ipokosono and Maria. Pokisono. I will not take your power from you. Yes, I will bless you as I bless everyone. Ia tonokoa. You see the fear. Ia ponokoa. Amokia. Everything is uncertain. Every day. Imikia tonokoa. And of course, the surgery is big. Amokia. So fear is amokia. Amokia. Understandable. Ia sonokoa. So amokopaya. Yes. Ia sonokoa. Imikia. Amokosono. I bless all of you. Amokia tono. That you come more into the moment. Ia sonokoa. More into your heart space. Ia sono. Amokia, and you start seeing the fear as a little energy running. Omokupaya sono. Oh, I see you, fear. Amokia tonoko. Ia tonoko. Ia pua. Amokia. I don't know. Amokuya tono. I'm just here, amokia, in a body for the experience of it. Ia tono. Amokuya. It's a big jump in consciousness. Ia sonoko. Imikia tono. Amokopaya. Place your awareness, make your choice, amokia. And I'm going to sit all day talking about the fear, amokia tono. Or am I going to notice something else, yes, in the world? Imikia. Okay. Amokopaya. Yes, amoko.
Thank you.
Amokoya tono koya sono. Ia tono koa. Yes, sono. Anne Marie, amokia tono. You're doing great. Yes, sono koa. Amokopaya. Amokopaya.
Thank you.
Yes, sono. I see all the work you are doing. It is good. Sono, Daniel. Yes, sono.
Love and kindness to yourself, Anne-Marie.
Tono.
Right? So there's one last question that sneaked in. Casey says, thank you. This has all been great. I was inspired by the question about the hip issue. Is there a metaphysical reason behind blockage in my left leg, or is it all genetic, etc.? Thank you.
Amokopaya sono kia. Amokia sono kia tono. Ieta sono kia tono. Imokia tono. Amokia. Emakia sono ko. Imikia tono. Understand ia sono ko. Your genetics amokia tono are flexible. Ia sono ko. A belief amokia or pattern will amokia activate. Or an experience, amokia. Something happens ia sono, in your life, amokia, and that will turn on certain things or not. Ia pono kupaya. So if you can shake up that belief it's genetic and get that out of the system, just like you see a little thought, instead of letting it be a message that plays over, break it up. So there's not even the words anymore. Let that out of your space. Yeah. We're going to do a clearing on you. Oh. Allow yourself, amokia, to live without these energies. Amokia, they are not yours. Amokia, nakaya, tanakaya. Yesunuko. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Amokopaya. Yesunuko. Payas. Yesunuko. Yamokia tono. If you can get on the earth each day, amokia, better without shoes, but amokia is too cold some places. Ipokona. Yesunuko. Ask the earth to help you with that leg. Yesunuko. Imekia tonuko. Payasunuko. Yamokia tono. Yetaya. Oh. Sweet one. Amokia tono. Oh, amokia. There's a lot of past life stuff. Amokia also there. Yesunuko. Unfortunately, amokia tono. We can clear it pretty fast. Let's see. Apokia sono. Imekia tono ko. Yetonoko, yesonokoya. Yesonoko. Not enough time on this amokia format, yesonoko. But if you can work with someone to clear that, yesonoko paya. Yetonoko paya. Yesonoko. Yetonoko panianakia. Yemoko sonoko paya. Yeponoko sonoko. Yesonoko. Yeton. I see other questions coming, amokia, but we're out of time. Yesonoko paya. Again, some of these questions, go into your heart space. And ask. You're saying, is it this or this? Instead, open up and say, this pain. Tell me about yourself. This blockage. Let me be present with it. What is this? Tell me. Tell me, Amukoya, what you are. Show me, Amukia. Do you have information, lessons I need, Amukia? He's pointing to me again. On the past life clearing, I had one where it could not be resolved completely because it was an episode. And we won't go into the whole thing, but when I get back pain, it's a remembrance that I'm acting in fear. So to lose that would lose a great asset to this life. So sometimes those past life things actually are giving us information too that we do want to hold on to. So, but otherwise, yeah, a lot of them now can be released. What I'm seeing through the He-rith private sessions are people are doing a lot of work to clear belief systems, to heal. And the physical usually is a combination, right? It's all energy. These energies get stuck and then they can't express. There's a lot of soul retrieval. There's a lot of past life clearing right now. It's like we're clearing everything out so we can be here and now. Just more and more who we are. Okay, Daniel, you have a quick question?
I have a question, but I bet you're going to take about an hour to answer, so I'm not going to ask it. As much as I would love your answer, I'm just going to kind of share my thoughts about it because I think it's something that I wanted the audience to kind of take away, and then you can, add your 2 cents afterwards. There's a lot of people that are on this journey that are judging their process and judging their path and judging their progress. I'm not fast enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not advanced enough. I'm not expansive enough. I'm not moving quickly enough. And I've been there and I'm still playing with that myself, but I'm learning more and more to really appreciate and understand that the journey is the process. It's not the outcome. It's not the, it's not the me channeling in a trance state where I'm completely removed. It's me learning all of the little mini steps that I'm learning while I am progressing really slowly to get to a point where I can do some amazing things. And it's not about what I can do, some amazing things, but it's in appreciating the amazing things that I'm doing right now as I learn and as I expand and as I develop. And this also ties into the self-love. It also ties into the body, into the physicality of the body. It ties into the ideas of letting go of beliefs and ideas and stories that we keep on telling ourselves that remind us of traumas or hurts or resentments or issues. It's not about denying them. It's not about ignoring them, but it's just about recognizing that they are not our reality. They are a memory. They are a story that we have been taught to tell ourselves repeatedly, both by society and things.
Amokia tono. But if the pain is there, amokia, and not healed, yesonokoa, it is now. Imikia tono. So what we want is amokia to heal that. So amokia tono. It is our desire, amokia tono, amokopaya, to return to that state of peace and love. Amokia tono koa tono. Amokia tono. Yesonokoa. But there is an amokia tono. Yetonoko, a perception that there's somewhere to go. Imikia tono. Amoko sonoko. I see it kind of amokia as a projection amokia tonoko of certain religions. Yesonoko. If I am good enough, I'll go to heaven. Yesonoko paya. Yetonoko. So we've amokia overlaid that yesonoko onto amokia, the new spirituality. Yesonoko. You heal because you love yourself. Yeponoko. Not to prove yourself good. Yesono, you are good. Yetonoko. To experience the freedom. But if you're always looking, I have to be somewhere else. I'm not good enough. Is spending a lot of energy instead of being present. That's why it's so important. I cleared that. Rest in it. Rest in it. Be curious. How has my life changed now? The comparison causes separation. This person's better than this person. When you realize you're all part of the same organism, you can be gentler. You've also had different soul experiences. Some of you have come here many times to try different things. Some are new. And the human consciousness is only where it is right now. So be where you are in your life. And make your intention from your heart. Oh, there is pain here. How do I support myself? Not how do I prove I'm good enough to be loved? Ah, there, got you. Some of you got it. You are loved. You are good. You are whole. Look at your intentions. If they're external, to please some God you created, or some cultural belief, or if it's coming from your heart, that you wish for freedom. The freedom, it's not freedom from pain. It's freedom from your relationship to it. So that you can be choose to be loving. Choose to say, I'm having this life. This is my life. I'm going to have all of it. Because I own it. You don't have to prove yourself. Yeah. We go into an activation blessing. Hopefully you can feel that. How much you are loved. There's nothing to prove. There, if you can feel that peace, it is because it is part of who you are. When you feel love, it is part of who you are. And wholeness that you look for includes everything. the pain, the grief, Amokia, and the love underneath that grief, Amokupaya. That desire, Amokia Tono, to be happy, Imokoya, Imikia, which is again, Amokia, not Amokia Sono, just means being at peace with whatever. Amokupaya, coming more into connection, Yesonokoa. And you start seeing Amokia Tono, that your comparisons are keeping you separate. Are keeping you asleep in that illusion. Yes. Choose to let a ray of light into your heart now. It can coexist. This awareness is not judge, and you can have every experience all at once. It's time for my signature. Sign off. Sweet ones. Remember, you are never alone. And you are always always loved.
You're muted, Daniel.
Oh, thank you. I was talking to myself. So Karen dropped off before we had a chance to have her talk about her special invitation. So she is, again, if you go to the Channeling Spirit Virtual Summit website, csvs.cc, and you go down to her bio, the special invitation will take you to a page where there's a He-rith package for Channeling Spirit Virtual Summit group, valued at 125, and they're offering it for 55, and it'll include a couple live sessions as well as a grounded toolbox, a clear, clean, grounded toolbox. And there's some description of those items on the page itself. So if you are interested in joining them for that, please go to the CSVS website and click on the special invitation. It'll take you there directly. So thank you guys for hanging out with us a little bit later than normal. I appreciate you guys hanging in with us. I will share my love for Karen and He-rith with them afterwards. So thank you guys for being here today. This is the end of day 1. Tomorrow is day 2. I'm going to start off the day at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and then we're going to have Jennifer Hawkyard, who is a artist. You may have seen her work. She's done quite a few very popular oracle card illustrations. And then we're going to finish the day with Samuel Thomas Holland, who's been part of CSVS in the past. And that will be the day 2. So information will be sent out to you guys shortly with the links for tomorrow's calls, as well as always, 30 minutes before each call, just a little reminder with the individual link. So thank you guys all for being here. Lots of love to you. I will leave you for today with being spirit, being human, and simply being from love. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for being part of this incredible experience. We hope that this session has inspired a new level of understanding within you, allowing you to expand more easily into the essence of your true self and become an even more powerful alchemist in your own life. We invite you to listen to the session again and again in order to go deeper each time and expand even more, have it be via the replays or the unlimited access package. If you have enjoyed being part of this event, we invite you to tell your friends so that they can join us in the future. We are grateful that you are here, and we thank you for co-creating this experience with us. Until next time, we leave you with being spirit, being human, and simply being from love.